And our top story this Friday dealing with the epidemic of drug overdoses in Rhode Island. 75 people in Rhode Island have died from drug overdoses just this year. Today, state leaders and people in recovery gathered to look for solutions. NBC 10's Susie Steimel is live in the newsroom with more. Susie?
A handful that we've covered since we've watched the overdose death toll climb this year. This morning, a number of addicts came forward to tell their story.
You never think that you're going to do this drug and it's going to take over the rest of your life.
But for Rebecca Riley, it did. She started using heroin as a teenager. Now, at 21 years old and 2 years clean, she's educating the public about recovery.
My 5-year plan wasn't to start smoking weed, become a heroin addict, not go to college, and then have 2 years sober by the time I'm 21 or a little bit after.
Before she was an addict, Riley had the same mentality many soon-to-be addicts probably have right now, that it couldn't happen to her, especially being brought up in a wealthy, happy home.
You know, I grew up in a great family. Like, my father was a lawyer, my mom worked, I had a sister, we got a great house, a golden retriever, like everything that was meant to look like the perfect childhood I had.
We thought we were completely alone in the world when this happened to us.
Jack Riley, Rebecca's father, came with her to speak at RIC Friday. It's one of many forums that's been held in Rhode Island this year as the overdose issue takes center stage. Riley says talking about this is an important part of removing the stigma and helping people get better.
And you realize that your story's not the worst story. You sit in a room and you hear all these stories and you say to yourself, okay, and these people have gotten through it.
Now, one hugely important piece of news that came out of this conference this morning is that Miriam Hospital announced it will write a script for Narcan, the antidote to heroin overdoses, as an over-the-counter prescription. So anyone can go pick that up at a local Walgreens, and they will also give you a tutorial on how to use it. In the newsroom, Susie Steimel, NBC 10 News.